getting to 500 grand a year, what does that do for you rather than putting more zeros in your bank?
Um,
You get to go to cash account book a couple more times a year.
yeah, that's one thing, right?
Right.
I mean, like, it doesn't change a whole lot. I mean,
Right.
it's being more flexible, higher value vacations and family trips and things, right?
Yep.
And flying first class instead of commercial. Like
Yep. Because the reason I asked that question, what I see in the key indicator of people who have hyper success very early on, the people who take a bit longer, is that they have a strong motivation of why they want to do well. The reason why they end up doing well, they actually have the commitment level. Would you say, in terms of commitment level, though, you're actually committed to doing everything necessary to put yourself in a position where you make a hundred K?
I am a very coachable person. I
Yeah.
take feedback, criticism very well.
Yeah.
I'm not so proud that I wouldn't not lean in to support, especially if someone's in my corner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
They offer a lot of training and value from a Gartner perspective, but I feel like, I've been here almost 4 years. It's good, it's okay, but the way that I think about NAPQ is that it's a different way to get people to find urgency
Yeah.
when there isn't any.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's the
So,
number one thing I think we run up as sales reps against is finding and having that person believe in that urgency that we
yeah.
help cultivate and create.
Yes, exactly. And the main thing comes down to, again, that commitment level of showing up, implementing, and doing everything necessary. Is that something you're committed to? Make sure I'm simple.
If we were to move forward, of course,
Okay. Cool. What would hold you back from moving forward? Cool. What would prevent you?
like the demonstration of tangible results, like at
Okay. So
like
certainly knowing that if you do it, you're going to get results.
yeah, because I've been through the program twice. I mean, ballpark. I think if you look at my history, I spent I don't know 15 grand, and I'm sure I'm like a 1-to-1 on ROI from just using the techniques, but it's difficult to say like, oh, that one sale was directly related to using the best
Of
practices
course.
from NAPQ.
Yeah. Well, it depends what way you look at it, right? Because if there's people in complex sales cycles like yourself who are getting the help, getting the results, the question becomes, what do you feel like would make you so different to them?
And there's probably a ton of variables to that answer, but the clients, industry, affect factors outside of my control,
Sure.
right?
There's some, but if we look
Like
at all the,
I'll give you a quick example.
yeah.
I didn't make quota last year
Okay.
because I took over an account that their CIO was let go. They replaced the CIO with the head of HR, and
Mhm.
his perspective, regardless of how good I am or whatever may happen, he would rather cut our spend than fire people on the team.
Okay.
That's a really hard position to defend.
It is. Is it impossible? No. Is it something that our job as salespeople is to shift the perspective? Yes. Right. So I guess that's where the biggest problem, as Jeremy says, you have is the problem you don't know you have. So
Yeah.
when someone can look at and role play with you and see exactly where maybe he could pinpoint the issue of what you maybe didn't do or what you should have done in that situation to build that urgency, a lot of the times you'll see there's people that you feel like you couldn't sell that you can, right? When I was going from I don't know where essentially where you are, like I got around 300 grand a year to $1 million a year. The biggest difference was again, those people that I could not close and felt like I could not close, being able to start closing them. Because as salespeople, there's people who, and you know yourself, right? There's people who will always close, right? There's the laydowns. And then there's the other types of people, but our job as salespeople isn't to close the laydowns, to close the other types of people who, again, have that perspective coming in that no, I'm never going to buy. And we're able to shift their perspective by the questioning and everything we do, right?
Yep.
So when it comes down to it, I'll break down what Jeremy has in terms of the program so you can understand the tangible valuables of how you're actually going to get the result. If Jeremy was to create all this for you and tailor everything to your industry, help you create frameworks, do you feel like at that point you could easily get to 500 grand a year?
Would you agree with that? Yeah.
You don't sound so sure. I guess what's behind that?
That's just, I mean, so here's like the tricky part, right? Like
Yeah.
I know the process well enough that the direction of the line of questioning, like I understand what you're doing. Do you know what I mean?
Fantastic. I hope you do.
Like
You've been doing it for a
I
while.
know what you're doing, and it's always good.
Mhm.
But like there's the method behind the madness is, it's fascinating
Yeah.
being on the other side, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not necessarily that I feel like I'm being manipulated into agreement, but I know what the point or the objective is on your end.
A
You know
hundred
what I'm
percent.
saying? You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. I can see where you're coming from. It's just shifting that mindset because at the end of the day, when you're selling to your prospects, like, are you doing it like to them, trying to take their money, or are you doing it like for them at the end of the day?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's almost like I'm an educator
Yes.
of what is available to them, and
Yeah.
then triangulating, matching what is available to how they're going to save money, save time, reduce risk. Those are
Yes.
like the three
Exactly.
reasons why people buy
No, and
service.
so you're doing it for them because once they get the product, they get the outcome that they wanted, right? So it's the main thing. Same thing here, right? Like your outcome is to make more sales, make more money, put yourself in a better position, and that's what you get. So why do you feel like this specific tailored program like could actually work for you though? Like getting the one-on-one help with Jeremy?
Because I'm not spending unwanted time on calls that aren't relevant to me.
Yeah.
And
Is-
don't get me wrong, like listening to others in real estate, in life insurance, like I even like door to door roofing, like
Yeah.
dude, it makes total sense. Like how you
Yeah.
approach it, how you get people to disarm, like let their guard down, like all of that makes total sense.
Sure.
Like blind, say blind, like we'll call it like a blind calendar invite. Like just
Yeah.
sending out a calendar invite to someone and then hoping they jump on a call and then like they know what I'm like. I'm a sales rep, right?
Yeah.
So like the disarming part, but I don't do blind calendar invites. It's not a really good
Yeah.
business model, right? Like
Okay. So apart from the funding required, do you actually feel like this can help you with getting to where you need to be?
yeah,
Okay, great. So in terms of how it works, so you understand the funding,
more than what I was anticipating.
really, a lot of people say it's less from what I've seen.
Yeah, you guys are good. Let me tell you that.
We're not that cool.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Um,
Because yeah, again, you're at like that 5 to 10 grand per sale. So you're about what 5 to 10 sales
yeah,
away from paying this whole program off, right? So in terms of moving forward, like how would you like to proceed?
man. Yeah, it's a great question. I don't know.
Hmm. What's behind that? You not knowing. You're gonna make me tell Jeremy you were giving me objections?
Yeah, yeah.
Could be trouble.
No, I don't know. It's just a lot, man. I don't know.
Yeah. I guess it just depends what you compare it to, right? Because it's like that saying is we all make decisions based on perspectives, right?
Yeah,
Perspective of where we are, it's 300 grand a year. If we look based on the perspective of the guy, let's say 6 months from now, fast forward, or maybe a year from now, he's made 500K this year because he put himself in all the right positions. Like if you were thinking like that guy, if he had an opportunity to invest in education to make more money in his skill set, like what would he do to put himself in the best position moving forward?
yeah,
There's no reason why you shouldn't get the result. Really, it's only on you to do the implementation of what Jeremy tells you. It's like going to Harvard, right? So what we're looking for internally is like more certainty, right? But
yeah,
the hard part is that we'll never know. It's like you can go to Harvard, the highest educated school in America. You're likely to get a job, but it's still not guaranteed, right? At the end of the day, there's two types of ways of dealing with uncertainty. We either let that be the thing that overcomes us, or let that be the thing that pushes us to get to our goal. Because
yeah,
going back to what I said earlier, it's like we're in a position, we're at 300 grand a year. We're okay. We're not going to go homeless tomorrow, right? Okay.
yeah,
But there's also that next level, like 500 grand a year. The question is the commitment level. Like, how committed are you? Forget the training, but to doing everything necessary to put yourself in a position where you make 500K a year. Because if we look at it again, based on the perspective, not that you have, but that you want to have, the guy making 600 grand a year, like if it was him in this position right here and now, what would he do?
right. Well, he would say it was a great investment.
Yeah. The question becomes to get to that position, what do we have to do?
What do we have to invest?
Yeah. Well, I think you did it last time. We could do 4,100 a month, something like that. 12-month breakdown. So if you look at it from that perspective, one sale a month, this is what you need to essentially pay this whole program off.
John, you've done a great job. I just don't think I'm ready for that.
Why do you feel like you're not ready for it?
It'd be like adding another mortgage on.
Mortgage depends because mortgage is an expense, skill set is an investment. You're investing in one thing because
I could also argue that my mortgage is also going to eventually be an
it
asset.
could. Yeah, it depends. It's just look at it this way. If every single one of your assets goes tomorrow, what do you have? If everything, all your bank account gets wiped, everything gets wiped, what do you still have?
Skills and personality.
Exactly right. So that's the biggest thing, right? If you have a skill set that is an asset of its own that you can never lose because you've put yourself in that position to make as much money as you always wanted to. The question is to put ourselves in that position, what do we have to do?
Yeah.
Because my question is, why aren't we doing something that's going to benefit us when all we need is 5 sales throughout the year to really make it back?
Yeah, I mean it's a great catch 22, right? Like
Yeah.
I would get my investment back through the development of the skills, assuming that the skills develop the
Assuming? I wouldn't
assuming.
assume anything. I think there's a very clear game plan right there for you that like at the end of the day, it's very hard for you to tell me you're going to come in here and not get the result. If you don't 2x at least, I'd be surprised. Really. But to put yourself in that position where you even have that chance, you have to be able to take those risks. It's like the guy says, "Yeah, I want to go to the gym," but he's looking for the perfect gym. Until you actually go into one gym, start working out, that's when you can start actually getting fit.
Yeah.
The question
Planet
becomes,
Fitness is 9.99 a month, not
huh?
41. So Planet Fitness is 9.99 a month.
Yeah, it's a big difference, right?
Yeah, it
It
certainly
depends.
is.
It's all based on perspective. But yeah, but thinking from the guy, again, who you want to be, because we have to make decisions to get to that place based on that perspective.
Yeah.
Like, if he would do it, why aren't we doing the same things that he would do to put yourself in his position?
No, I get it.
I don't want you to get it. I want you to be able to change your life. And how we do that is by putting ourselves in the best positions going forward. The question becomes, what is going to put you in the best position to actually change your life, make 500K a year? The question becomes, there's two types of people. The people who never try, they never get the result. That's guaranteed. Or the people who at least try, put themselves in those positions and take those risks to actually put themselves further and make themselves reach their goals.
I guess I'm just not ready to take the risk.
Yeah. The question is, why not? Why aren't you ready to take a risk that's going to benefit you? Because if we don't do anything,
We're gonna get the same result.
same results.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Are you willing to settle for that though?
I guess so.
Why? Why would you be willing to settle for that?
I'm just comfortable, I guess.
Where do humans grow from? Do they grow from places of comfort or places of uncomfortable?
Discomfort.
Yeah.
I know.
So question is, understanding that we have one life that we can live, why would we choose to be in places of comfort rather than pushing us to the highest extent and trying to achieve things that we couldn't even imagine? Because 2 years ago, I was making 30 grand a year. 2 years later, I'm making $1 million a year. And the
Yeah.
simple reason why that was able to happen is because, again, I was able to put myself in those positions, take the risks, start thinking like the future self. Understanding that, again, it's always going to be scary. It's always going to be a hard decision. It's like, have you ever gone skydiving?
No, I
It's
never
like,
did it.
it's like going skydiving. Super, super shit scary, right? But it's like at the end of the day, you're on that plane and you have two options. We either stay on that plane and know there's something that we could have, should have, would have done, or we jump off. We just take that risk and we put ourselves in that position. Everything goes away in your life. You get fired from your job tomorrow. You still have the skill set. You can go into any industry, sell at a high level, and put yourself in a better position. Don't you feel like having that confidence, that security is probably better than the comfort you have now?
I don't know.
Mhm.
Possibly. Yeah.
Do you think those business owners, when they're presented with an opportunity, the most successful ones are the ones who just take action and put themselves in the best position? Or do you think it's worth it to take that opportunity to put yourself in an exponentially better position?
Pass, man. I know. I'm
Mm.
disappointing.
What would make you want to pass them?
Great question. So what, come out and visit me in Casa de Campo next month. We'll talk more about it on the golf course. Friend John,
What's actually holding you back from doing it? Because how much are you paying right now per month?
I'm not paying anything.
You did elective funding. How long for? So the question becomes, what about the investment is holding back?
Relatively speaking, it's a lot of money.
Compared to what though? Like what are you comparing that to?
to doing what I'm doing now.
In terms of what money you're making.
Yeah.
If you invested 10% of your yearly income to get a 2x ROI, which is puts you at 600 grand a year, would it be worth it then?
On paper, of course.
So is it fair to say that you just don't have certainty that like if you do this, you're gonna get the results?
Yeah.
Yeah. What makes you feel that way? That like if you do, you're not gonna get the result.
Because I've been through the program before and I didn't see that level of return.
You were in a group of 40 people in different industries. You didn't
That's
never get
correct.
specific help.
And maybe if I started this way, it'd be better, but I think I've just got some hesitation around past experience.
Depends, right? Because it's like anything. Like, do you know how much times Elon Musk failed before he like succeeded with his how many businesses?
Yeah.
He failed like 8 times, right? The question becomes, why would you give up after just one or two failed attempts? Not really failed attempts. You probably made an ROI out of it without knowing. You've probably got way more knowledge now and sales and ability. But again, you didn't have huge income growth. That's because you didn't have a one-on-one coach to give you personalized feedback and specific to your situation.
Right, right. I don't know. Not today, John.
Well, what's behind that?
I've got a call in 3 minutes.
Oh, I've got to call in a couple minutes too. That's not important for me though. It's important for me to help you change your situation, put you in a better position. The question is what's behind you not moving forward.
I'm contradicting myself, but it's going to be the confidence around believing that it actually is going. My situation is going to change.
But if it doesn't change and you stay the same, was it worth it?
Like I don't know, like that. That's the tough part. Is like there's not really a consequence.
It's not like you're gonna go homeless, right?
Right.
But the question is, do you want to be that guy knowing that you could have done something greater, knowing that you could have put yourself in a better position with it? Because I'm sure you, again, you probably have family and stuff.
Yeah.
What kind of example do you want to be for them?
I mean, I would argue that I'm already a good example, but I understand your
Okay.
point.
Yeah, yeah. The question, I'm not saying you aren't, right? No one's saying that you're a horrible example, but to be the best example, would you want them to take risks? Would you want them to do everything necessary to have the best life for them?
I would.
If you want them to take those same risks, why aren't you doing the same thing yourself to lead by example for them?
I can see why your revenue went up. You're very good at this.
I'm not that cool again. I'm only doing this for you, not to you, because I already know. I have full certainty, even though you don't know, right? As much as I want you to have my certainty that you have, that when you do, you're going to get the result. Fundamental principle again, because if you're getting a specific coach giving you specific feedback, it's near impossible you don't get that result. So with the example in mind for your family, like what kind of example do you want to set for them? You want to set the example of like, no, I want to choose comfort rather than trying something that can put me in an exponentially better position where I can live a way greater life. But is that something you'd be wanting to do?
I think that's fine. Yeah. Yeah.
So check this for me quickly. I'm gonna send you a link in the chat. One moment. You should already have an account with Active, I'm pretty sure. So it should be pretty quick.
I'm just going through all the hoops.
You're good.
Purchase is on the way.
Fantastic.